I think serving the Lord, following the Lord, and being a disciple, it is hard, but yet it is fairly simple. So many of us, I believe, are trying too hard and putting too much on it. As with what's going on today, so many of us are trying to bring up conversation about what is to come, future trials, things that we'll be facing in the near future. And so many of us are trying to figure out solutions and speak upon these things. But it's so simple. So many of us are trying to show off our faith, to show off where we stand with the Lord, to show off our positions of who we are and how mighty we are. We want to show off how smart we are, how wise we are, how much we know, how much vision we have, how much revelation the Lord gives us. We want to show off. And by showing off, we speak these things that we believe is to come in the future. It's not that hard just to be a disciple. It's not that hard to follow the Lord. I think all of us just need to slow down. What our duties are to do is just to wake up every morning and crucify the self. Put our waist down. Humble ourselves under the Lord. Follow the Spirit. Ask to be full of the Spirit and follow the Spirit. The Lord just wants us to live one day at a time. One day at a time, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month. We're so focused on these future events. We're so focused on what the government is doing. We're so focused or what the government is going to do or what we think they're going to do. We're so focused on finding solutions. We're so focused on things that are ahead. When a lot of us are focused on only today. as we live in each day, we're focused on being led in the Spirit. And to go to the Lord and being led by the Lord to fulfill our purpose in that day. What are we called to do in this day? Imagine if so many of us live this way, one day at a time, Spirit-led disciples. To tend to the things on earth, being led by the Lord to do what needs to be done in that day. We're focused on this world. We're starting to get sucked in to the worldly ways and to the worldly things, to the worldly circumstances, the worldly situations. We never know when the Lord is going to take us in what day. So just wake up. Deny yourself. Don't get too ahead of your journey. Don't get too ahead of your path. We have daily battles. Wake up, go to the Lord. Focus on today and do what needs to be done today. This is what needs to be done. And all the unbelievers, I suggest you guys wake up. Because your anxieties, your worry, your stress isn't getting any much better. And it's not going to get better. You guys feel so lost just because you guys are not fulfilling your purpose, what you were created to be, what you were created to do. So as you're swallowed by this chaotic world and continue to swim in the worldly ways, you're going to continue to feel like you're drowning. And every day, you're going to feel like you're gasping for air. We all have a purpose. We all have a plan. The Lord has a plan for us. This life, there's a lot of things that will happen in this world. But this life is meant to live one day at a time. Because as we wake up, our day is already set in place and it has been already created by God. We either fight against Him, being stubborn, or we submit to Him and live His way. And by doing that, this is where we feel secure, at peace, content. Because we are surrounded in His love. We feel safe. One day at a time. And in each day, the enemy will try to pull you off this path. Will try to place things on this path to discourage you, to frustrate you, to distract you. And this is the battle. So this is where it's hard to serve the Lord, because it's a hard battle. And the enemy will come at you hard at times. But this is when you depend on the Lord's strength. But yet it is quite easy. Because you just must surrender yourself to our Father. And live each day out for Him, not for yourselves. No matter what is going on in this world, your world could end like that when He says. So don't get too lost into the situations, the circumstances of what this world is wrestling with. Make sure you stay connected to the Lord, following Him in each day. Make sure you are obeying His commands. Serve the Lord and serve your purpose. With following Him in each day, you will accomplish the callings that He placed on your life. One day at a time. One day at a time. And we're so focused on things and ways that are out of our environment. We need to bring it back into our environment and where you are in that day. And let the Lord shine. And do the kingdom work you were created to do.